Welcome, everybody. Nice to see all your friendly faces. Thank you for joining us for our 2026 Blueprints presentation. It's going to become a tradition. It seems like it works. Love to have you here. I'm Suzanne Sheldon. I am the Master of Fireworks for Restoration Games.
Justin Jacobson. I'm the board game necromancer.
I'm Rob Davio, Chief Creative Officer, or Chief Restoration Officer. I forget my title.
Restoration
Both,
Officer.
really.
We'll accept any of that. And in Blueprints, we're just going to talk about, give you some status updates, maybe share some progress on projects that you may have backed and supported, maybe have a few announcements that are fun that some of you may care about. And then we have time for a Q&A at the end of it. And if we can't answer a question, we'll just say so. But hopefully...
Probably worth mentioning the King's Gambit seminar tomorrow. I don't know if you had that in there. All right, never mind.
I mean, we got that.
It's a teaser.
But yeah, you're so good at this, Justin. You're so good at this. All right, so we can just get rolling. So welcome 2026, Justin.
So it's hard to believe, but technically this is our 10th anniversary of starting the company, which was the very exciting process of filing business forms with the state of Florida. But we're actually going to celebrate it next year, 2017, because we released our first products. 2027, because we released our first products in 2017. Old school fans will remember Downforce, Stop Thief. There was Indulgence also. We are bringing back Stop Thief and Downforce in new 10th anniversary editions. Both of those have been out of print for a little bit, and we are excited to bring them out. Rob, maybe you want to talk a little bit about the games?
For those of you who don't remember these, it was before your time. Downforce is a racing game by Wolfgang Kramer that has seen a couple different forms. Our form is called Downforce. It's not only a racing game, but a betting game. It's card-driven. And Stop Thief is an audio deduction game where the thief never appears on the board, but you hear the thief's footsteps or opening a door or breaking glass, and you coordinate to try to capture the thief. When we first launched it, it still remains a competitive game, but we thought it was a competitive game just like the original. We put like a cooperative version in, which proved to be the most popular version. So when we did a reprint, we swapped that to be the first one, and I think we're going to be leaning in just a touch heavier, just prioritizing for Stop Thief, the co-op.
So those will be coming out in 2027, so you can keep your ears. But we're really excited for these because they've been... we actually get a lot of people asking about them, so we're excited about that. The other game we get a lot of people asking about is Fireball Island.
So we're doing a reprint of Fireball Island. It's been out of print for a while as well, and we still get asked about that one quite a bit. For all the haters out there, the plastic islands held up perfectly, almost zero replacement rate on those, so thank you. So it's obviously still a very popular family game, knocking people over with marbles, and it's been out of print for a while as well, so we decided also a good time to bring that back for our 10th anniversary.
And it is available to order today. As of today, we are listing it right now, so you can order this on our website. We actually, because we went through the production and all that, we actually lowered the MSRP, so it's a little more affordable for you to pick up if you want to. So that's available today if you are so interested in, be available, great holiday gift, all that good stuff. And of course, at Gen Con, and see if this tech is gonna work.
It's happening.
really fun time. If you watch it, if you see the little chameleon in it, so our production agency that we work with, great folks, love working with them. There's a little chameleon that shows up. They randomly named the chameleon Paul. So canonically, that chameleon, if you watch the video, is named Paul. Our head of logistics happens to be named Paul. So if you see Paul in the back corner, he is also our head of logistics. And
if Paul turns around, you can see he's got a special crew T-shirt with Paul on the back of it.
Paul on his T-shirt. So there you go. Thunder Road Ignition is debuting here at Gen Con. If anybody stopped by the booth, thank you for waiting in line and picking it up. That should die down at the booth, but it's been pretty exciting to debut that.
And
guys,
for those who haven't heard, it's also a free promo board. If you pick up the game here, it's also available for pre-order on the web store. It's still pre-order, right? Or is it?
Yeah, it'll ship in a few weeks.
Yeah, which has a different board, a promo board, so you can pick which one interests you the most. But it's a fully standalone game on its own. You can play it. It has all the core engine is there. It has a couple of different rules tweaks. It has a new hazard, a new damage type, some new crew powers, things like that. But it is very much a Thunder Road game. And what's cool is you can mix and match with Thunder Road Vendetta. So you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, what we're looking for, if you're in a seminar or a panel at Gen Con, this may not apply to you. We're looking for a simpler version of Thunder Road to allow people who aren't at Gen Con at a panel to find a way into it. That said, it plays quick and fun. We got rid of a few rules, changed a few rules. There's no more player elimination. As you can see, they're curved boards. It is a race. The person who wins is the person who gets 2 cars off the end. When you get damaged, you're not eliminated. You go to a pit stop and can come back, and there's pit stops every other board, so it's almost like save points. If you can get to board 3, you're not going back to board 1. So it's like you're just trying to get 2 boards at a time. As Justin mentioned, a few new hazard and damage type and things like that. And the price is, what is the price on this?
Yeah, $35.
Yeah. And what's cool is, like I said, if you're a big Thunder Road Vendetta fan, you can buy this as an expansion. You can use all those road boards in Thunder Road Vendetta. You can use the new hazards, the new damage tokens. You can even mix and match the crews. You just need to fundamentally decide, is it going to be a race game or an elimination game, whether it's Ignition or Vendetta. But then, again, you can bring in the Chop Shop, the Carnage Road boards. You can even have Ignition leading into the Ignition boards leading into the Carnival of Chaos. So a lot of this stuff, like 90% of it, is fully interchangeable with existing content and vice versa.
We are running demos of that in our event space in Hall B, and we have a station set up in our booth at 1735, 1753, one of those. 1735. Thank you, Ian, 1735. And of course, it's for sale with those promo boards there. Yeah.
The play and pick up events that are out there.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Yes, correct. It will come with a promo board, yes. And in fact, we have 2 launch parties right after this Blueprints, actually. And we had a few tickets left for each if you're so inclined. If you come to the party, you're going to get the game, the promo board. We have a little special swag bag that you'll get since it's a party. And we'll teach you how to play the game there as well if you're so inclined. So you can check on your Gen Con app and see if we have any launch Ignition parties spots left. And you can pick up a ticket. The price covers the cost of the game and all that stuff for you. So just FYI if you've got nothing to do right after this session.
Will you get the swag bag at the how to play if you pre-order the game?
You don't. So the swag bag is exclusive to the parties, to the launch parties. But we do have a little promo for you at the how to play anyway, on top of the board. It's just a little thing. Speaking of Thunder Road and all of that, last year we were here and we mentioned a different Thunder Road thing. What's up with that?
What's going on with Interstate of Decay, Rob?
Yeah, Rob.
I'm sorry, we had to do Thunder Road Ignition first. So originally this was planned on being launched this year. It got moved back a year because we wanted to do Ignition first. But Interstate of Decay Design is working on it. It is basically a campaign, not a legacy, a campaign game of Thunder Road where you start in the, I feel like I always have to caveat that.
Yeah.
It's a 4-game race, a 4-leg race. And along the way, you're going to make enmity with people. You're going to choose the path that you're going to. You're going to customize upgrades. Your character is going to get various nicknames and reputations. Then when you get to the end, As the rules currently stand, it could change a lot. Whoever has the most fame wins. And then you can reset it all and play again and, choose different routes and have different things happen.
So keep your eyes open for that. We're still working on it. We'll be sharing more news as time goes on. Wanted to also give you a little update on this beast as well.
So Battle Monsters obviously was a big project for us. No pun intended there. It is currently we're with the manufacturer making all the finishing touches on it. It's just been the manufacturing side and the engineering side has been just a really interesting eye-opener as far as the scope of the miniatures and that sort of thing. So it's been taking a little bit longer than we anticipated, but it is with the manufacturer now. It's on pace.
We have some images of the production.
The next update I'll be doing actually have videos of some of the production going on, which is pretty cool. So it's looking really cool. It was very ambitious for us, and it's looking very exciting. Like the figures came out great. The gameplay is really exciting, and there you can see there is the top right there. Those are some of the tools that we use to mold some of the pieces for the Titan figures. The sexy Titan dice came out real nice. They look really good. And obviously, as soon we'll update you as that progresses. But we don't actually have a date for fulfillment yet for that. As soon as we hear from the manufacturer on when that finish date is, we're going to let everyone know.
And of course, if you're here at Gen Con, you've been seeing our King's Gambit game is all over the hall. By intent, we've got it on display in the hallway. We've got it at our booth on full display. And then we do have demo sessions running in the event space. They were ticketed events and they are sold out, but you're welcome to stop by and see it get played as it goes. And of course, if you look at your coupon book, you'll see that we have a special Gen Con promo figure of the Witch King that we are giving away at Gen Con. If you haven't gotten yours yet, make sure you stop by the event space or the booth and pick up your free promo. We just ask that you give us your email so we can notify you when we launch our campaign. But I'm pretty thrilled. If you have not seen it, you have to go see it.
Yeah, it's real cool. What do you want to talk about? Do you have any other visuals before I...
We have no other visuals for King's Gambit.
So tomorrow we're going to be in the room next door at noon. So just to mix it up, an hour later in the room next door, where we're going to be talking about just this game for about 50 minutes. But the top level it is based on Star Wars The Queen's Gambit, which came out in 2000 or 2001. It is for 4 different arenas. You're playing in 3 battlefields: Minas Tirith, Pelennor Fields, the Great Port of Gondor, and then the 4th one isn't a battlefield, but it's Sam and Frodo going through Mordor, and you're trying to play cards to all of them and win either a military victory or a ring victory while keeping your opponent from doing the same. It's the Free Peoples versus the Forces of Shadow. There are lots of miniatures and lots of dimensionality you get. So it's better to see it than to hear me do the 1,000 words.
And then one last update on a different project before we go into something I know a lot of you are waiting for. So, Return to Dark Tower. People still like this game. I was at the booth when we opened, and I had like 8 people ask me about Return to Dark Tower stuff. So.
Return to Dark Tower, our latest expansion is Expeditions. We had a crowdfunding for that last year. That is still, I think, on pace to be fulfilled by the end of the year. Manufacturing is in process right now, and it should be getting on ship soon. It's a really cool expansion. I'm really excited with how it turned out. In a lot of ways, I think it looks cool. Conceptually, it's kind of neat. The 4 heroes are a lot of fun. We got a ghost pirate and a giant with a pet dog and all that. But then also I think that one of the things from mechanically that I really liked about it is the flexibility that we've given to the players in terms of tweaking the difficulty level or what types of things they want to focus on in the game between the 4 different types of expeditions. Those torments over there can really change the game up quite a bit. So if you're a big fan of Return to Dark Tower and you're playing it a lot and you want to really broaden that play experience, it's a kind of a must-have expansion for sure. So.
Great. Alrighty, with that, we're going to switch into a game that we make called Unmatched.
Who's heard of Unmatched?
Just some updates on that. So, did some math for y'all. 2026, by the end of this year, that's what we're going to have. 78 different unique heroes, 36 battlefields, do the math. That's a lot of individual 1v1 matchups, which is pretty cool. Doing well.
There's probably a few people here who've done them all.
Seriously.
Guessing, so, yeah, we really appreciate the support. It's obviously one of our tentpole product lines. I always say, as long as people keep supporting it, we'll keep making it because it's a lot of fun for us to make as well. Some really great sets obviously came out this year. As you all probably know, I'm a huge Muhammad Ali fan, so that was kind of my dream set. Really excited with how that turned out. And then Stars and Stripes has been really moving for us. People really responding to it. It was a fun set to get out too as well. So.
In fact, Stars and Stripes is sold out. So we sold through our first print run. We have some copies here, but we are out at the warehouse level. We are reprinting it, so it's not going out of print. But if you are interested in collecting Stars and Stripes and playing it anytime soon, Gen Con is actually going to be one of your best bets to pick it up. Now, stores will have it on shelves if they ordered it, et cetera, but we're out at the warehouse level. So it's been a big hit. People are really liking mechanically, artistically, that kind of thing, which is awesome. All right. And now I think I get to talk a little bit. Sorry, guys, because I think I'm the only one that knows anything about it. In case you missed the announcement, Unmatched Digital Edition. So some of you know we've had an Unmatched Digital Edition for a while, and for a variety of reasons, we decided to repartner and redo the app essentially. So we partnered with Direwolf Digital to basically rebuild the app from the ground up. So this isn't a code takeover, this is a from scratch restart. And Direwolf has announced that the beta of the new edition is available right now, today. And one of the things I really want to call out Direwolf Digital for is they were looking at the fandom of Unmatched and how amazing the fans are and how passionate the game, the players are about the game and the longevity that we have in Unmatched and that we want to see in Unmatched Digital. And so they made the choice to take over the old listing and ensure that anybody who has purchased the app previously does not have to rebuy the app. So Direwolf will not collect any revenue on any of that, bless our hearts, but they wanted to keep the people in the game and not have to, have any feel bads that way. So we really appreciate them that way. So some bullet points on the new digital edition. No repurchase. The content, the heroes that you've already purchased, you will get transferred over. The beta is Steam only. It will be coming out to the mobile platforms and to Switch. It's just going to take a little bit of time. But right now, the beta is Steam. And the reason why we're calling it a beta, if you're familiar with the Steam ecosystem, because Direwolf took over the old listing, they technically can't go into early access because the app was fully released. So it's a beta edition. We're still working on refining it, but we're really pleased with a lot of the changes that have already been implemented, including if you open it up, we've got enhanced 3D models, environments, like the maps have like structures and things like that are really cool. And there's already a challenge system in place, so you can try to get some of those achievements going if you're an avid player like that, and a ton more to come, including those mobile updates that we talked about and getting all that. Things like competitive ELO rankings are in the works, free-for-all mode, pass and play, and a ton more heroes and battlefields are coming as well. As a reminder, we actually do have license for things like
Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali will be in there, Hellboy will be in there.
And we're not talking about anything else.
Right,
now.
okay.
Yeah, okay. So,
Just making sure it had to happen.
You're good. So, yeah, tons more content is coming. They're working on all of that. So I noticed, we released it and some people are like, oh, yeah, but they don't have, enough new heroes. Trust me, all of that is coming. And they are working with our competitive focus group to help develop the AI opponents that you are playing against. So whereas previously some of the complaints were like, oh, the AI is too easy or it makes weird choices. Sometimes it still will because we're continuing to refine and build it, but we have some of literally the best Unmatched players in the world partnering with Direwolf to build those systems and make them awesome. So really appreciate people who are checking out the beta. You can go and demo. Direwolf is demoing it. This is some of their new screens that we, just for fun that wanted to show you. You can already see some really fun things in terms of modeling, shading.
Yeah, there's cool voice lines. The animations are really neat. I've been working with them, going back and forth with the licensors for the Ali and Bruce Lee stuff, which is kind of fun to see. So.
Yeah, right. It's like, how do you make Bruce Lee talk? Yeah, it's really cool. So a lot of stuff in the digital thing. If you want to check it out, if you haven't played it or if you haven't purchased but you just want to demo it, you can go to Direwolf's booth 2402 and they have a few stations up there where they are demoing digital, all Gen Con long. So you can check that out, or if you already purchased the app, you can when you load it up, it will refresh into your beta on Steam. So really looking forward to that one. All right, that one.
So obviously we announced this last year. It is in production as we speak. It is scheduled for an October release.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's October release. I
we're
don't know if I
looking
could say that. Scheduled for an October release in time for Halloween. Really came out great. I was, again, super excited to have the Mike Mignola cover art. The heroes are really cool. Again, those of you who've been longtime Unmatched fans will know that we have spent a lot more time. We pivoted sort of shortly after Marvel to get in some focus play testers and things like that, and probably have seen like the sets are a little bit more cohesive and things like that, and that's true for the set as well. The heroes came out really great. Some neat new abilities and things like that.
And we already shared, if you follow us online, we've been doing some artist reveals, so you see what other artists contribute to it. And the art is amazing, even though Mike couldn't do all of the art for the set, obviously. The art's phenomenal and things like that. And I mean, we've been really lucky to work with amazing licensing partners, but I think, Justin, maybe with a little bias, would you say that Dark Horse is one of the most flexible that we've had?
Just easy to work with. They've been really great, letting us do some things, fast approvals. Like I'll shout out Tim Weish. He works over at Dark Horse. He used to be with Mondo back when we were co-publishing Unmatched with them, so he's a huge Unmatched fan, which certainly helps.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got to do some fun stuff, right?
Yes, we did.
So we have a lot of accessories or extras for Hellboy that we normally don't get to do for licensed sets, including neoprene game boards, which some of you seen, an art playmat, custom art sleeves, and an amazing promo miniature as well for Hellboy. I gotta say, I think the art playmat turned out really good.
Oh, look at these.
Full stitching, printed on the stitching all the way to the edge. So this is the art playmat that you can see there, but physically right here as well. So if people want to check out the sample, you're welcome to come up and check out that. So,
That's also like a sneaky reveal there,
no, what?
right?
Huh?
Okay, go ahead. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I was thinking the same
Oh,
thing.
did that make it onto the slide? Oops.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we, of course, the neoprene board will be double-sided and have both of the Hellboy maps on it as well. And if you're interested in that, you can pre-order the Hellboy base game or the bundle literally right now. So these are on our website. You can pre-order Hellboy as just the base game. If you order Hellboy, it will come with a promo pack of foil cards that have Mike Mignola's silvery signature on them. They're very, very cool. And we're doing something a little different with the promo cards we haven't done before on that one. It's very fun. Or if you're interested in getting all of the extras and all the goodies, we've put together a nice little bundle at a discounted price. So if you ordered everything individually, it would be a little more expensive, but the bundle will give that all to you. Hellboy is going to be $49.95, and the bundle is going to be $99. But it gets you all the neoprene, the foil promo cards, and of course the Unrama promo mini as well. So that is available on our website.
Does the
today.
mini have a gameplay element? Who knows?
You just can't
He can't help himself.
yourself.
I don't.
You cannot help yourself. I
Who
love
can
it.
say?
You're the best. So yeah, Hellboy, you guys, like even the play testers, the focus group people who have seen this, they're like, it's one of the best sets we've ever done. It's phenomenal. But I mean, what's next? I think we're done, right? That's the last Unmatched set. We're over. We're wrapping it.
Thank you. Thanks for buying Unmatched.
Thanks,
We're
guys.
done.
Have a great afternoon. We love y'all. Thanks for coming by. Oh, all right. So, Roberto.
Which one are we doing first? There we go. So, a lot of times we've got, I don't know how many sets, close to 20 sets?
Oh, no. Really?
Close to
You think that?
25?
No, it's, yeah, more. Yeah, it's like
We got a
27.
lot of sets, and people often say, what's the best way to get into Unmatched? And so we designed, all good stories start with Once Upon a Time. This set is meant to be your first Unmatched set. Now, having said that, it's completely compatible with all other Unmatched sets like we always do, but this is a Big Bad Wolf versus Mulan versus Snow White versus Pinocchio. It is a fairy tale set. It was designed to teach like every deck has like sort of one thing that is a little bit of a trick. Oh, like this is a solo fighter with sidekick, one health sidekicks, ranged, all of those. It doesn't mean that the characters are simpler to play well or like not up to the power level of the others, but this is the set that we're hoping we can get people to say, buy this one first, go from there. Also, fairy tales, lots of fun.
So this is going to be slated for our first 2027 release of Unmatched next year. It's looking amazing. The art's amazing. Yeah, we've really done a lot of things to make this exactly what Rob said, a great introduction or a great continuation for anybody on their Unmatched journey.
Yeah, I would just say accessible is the key word, right? Like if somebody is like, then maybe they weren't familiar with the other characters or they were nervous about the game, like it's a good way if you were unsure or you want to introduce, you like it, but you want to introduce someone to it, it's a good way to get them into the game.
Yeah, we had the regular like focus group and playtesters playtesting, but we made a point of bringing it to like friends of mine who play some games but had never played Unmatched, like play this. And then, they get a couple turns and they're like, oh, I get it, right? There was no card that made them go, I don't know what, this means. So it works.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this set. And then, that one.
Here we go. Unmatched Adventures, we've had 2 of them so far. This is the 3rd Unmatched Adventures. We're just going to say the name is A Study in Terror and leave it at that.
The clues are there, though.
So we are slating this for a 2027 release as well, so you can keep your eyes open for both Once Upon a Time and A Study in Terror. If you're interested in picking these up when they're available, of course, we're actually for Once Upon a Time too. We're doing something brand new with promo cards that we've never done before, which we're pretty excited about. If you're interested in those, if you go to our website, restorationgames.com, you will be able to click on a notify me, just so we put your email and says, hey, we'll email you when they're available on our website. So you're welcome to do that anytime, no rush on that. So Once Upon a Time, A Study in Terror, these are unlicensed sets, right? So these are, what we know, public domain sets are so popular, and but licensed sets are pretty cool too, and they do an amazing job of drawing people into the system and trying to match for the first time. We should probably do another one.
We should. We've done, comic books and superheroes and movies and, all kinds of stuff. But we've even done video games, but the video games were books and more of an IP-based thing. We really thought was excited to do a video game that's very much just a video game.
Yeah,
So.
and I think this is a license that I think our team,
I'm
our team
very,
was
very
the
just.
most
I
excited
want you
for
to
it.
just go to the next slide and get it over with.
All right, sorry.
So there's a very funny story I have to tell very quickly here. Is we were talking to them about the license, and they don't do a lot of out licensing and stuff, and they were like, well, we want to make sure that you all are treating the property. We want to know have the designers played the game and all that? And when they made the pitch, they said just put in there who's going to be working on the game and how many hours, and they haven't to slay the Spire. I said, not a problem, dude.
Not a problem. I discovered this game during the pandemic. There's probably 2 or 3 entire board games that were never designed by me because I spent my whole time playing this. Now, this is based on the first Slay the Spire, and we can't tell you what characters are in it, but it's a 4-pack.
Yeah.
So you can figure it out from there.
Yeah. One of the things that we're excited about is a couple things. Obviously, we're not going to go into too much detail yet. This is just a very early announcement. We're working on it as we speak. But one of the exciting things, obviously, is I probably shouldn't say that
Nope.
anyway. But
Yeah.
I would
Nope.
just say picking out battlefields and things like
Sure,
that has
sure.
been interesting too. So it's been a lot of fun working on it.
It is a team of very passionate Slay the Spire people and Unmatched people, and we're all just having a delightful time to the point where our project manager keeps saying, please stop working on it. Other things are far more important and ahead of it. You can wait a month or 2 and we're like, cool. We're just going to keep working on this, right?
So Slay the Spire, we're so excited. I have hundreds of hours into it.
Rookie.
This is, on one platform.
2,400 hours I
On
have
one
in that
platform.
game.
Hey, Rob, who's your main? Who's your favorite?
Silent.
Silent? How about you?
If you basically work 50 weeks a year, 40 hours a week, I've spent over an entire work year playing that game.
You're totally healthy. How about Justin? What's your favorite? Actually?
Defect.
Defect. I'm a defect girl. Yeah. All right. So just to set a little bit of expectations, though, this is actually planned for a 2028 release. So we're gonna have to be a little patient, but we are actively working on it, almost feverishly working on it can't hold them back. So those are the announcements that we have for Unmatched. I'm not teasing anything, but we wanted to get that out there because I know we were excited about it and didn't want to hold back on that. But and you know, that's really all we have for you this presentation. We've been working on some other stuff. It's not quite ready to announce. I'd actually really hoped we could announce it here. We're not, but maybe Pax Unplugged or something like that. But we've got a ton going on. It's really been an amazing year for us since the last Blueprints, and that's because of folks like you that are sitting here today and your phenomenal support. If you know, I realized we should have done a QR code for our Discord, but we didn't. My bad. If you use Discord, we've got an amazing Discord community that's very active in all of the games, whether it's Thunder Road, Return to Dark Tower, or Unmatched. I encourage you to join that. Staff is in there, we're in there, I'm in there, Justin's in there, Rob's not. But we're in there answering questions, and we pay attention, right? Because you are our core fan base, and we really do care about our community and getting that kind of direct interaction and feedback, so I encourage you to do that. We are continuing to work on amazing things that we're looking forward to announce, and just want to thank everybody for joining us here and spending your time with us, and appreciate everything about you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, with that, we're doing good. We are like right on schedule. So we're gonna, you know, we want to clear out the room so that the next people can come in, but we could probably take a few questions if anybody has any questions they want to ask. So you, friend.
Well, one, I want to say thank you for doing all this. It's amazing. Regarding the digital edition, you said that later on it would be available on the iOS, Android, and Switch, as well as on Steam. Is there any plans to make it cross-play?
It will have crossplay. It absolutely will have crossplay. It's just right now, because of the platform limitations, if you are on Steam, you will actually no longer be able to play against other platforms until they are updated to the new code base as well. But absolutely cross-platform play.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. In the hat?
Yeah, for the digital edition, is there any avenue to get the previously licensed sets into that edition, or is it just going to be moving forward?
Just moving forward. So the older license sets were all done with Mondo, and Mondo was the licensee on those, so we just didn't have the rights to do it. It wasn't something I negotiated. Something when I'm negotiating, without spoiling anything, there's something I'm working to negotiate on all future licensed products. It's not always doable, but it's something I'm working on.
In the glasses?
Two quick questions. I might have missed it. The Tales, the Adventures, I said that wrong, but you know what?
It's okay.
Is it Kickstarter or retail release?
I'm not 100% sure. We're not planning on kickstarting it, but you know, who knows? I'm not going to commit one way or the other on that one.
Gotcha. And then for the IPs that you guys can't have in the digital, have you ever considered re-babying the characters and just having card sets?
It sounds good. The problem is, like, it's a lot of work on the back end for the graphics and art, because you still have to do all that stuff. So it's always, the question there is always like, should we do that or should we do a new set? You know, and it's hard to say, well, let's not do this other cool new set so that we can bring something back. But I wouldn't, again, never say never, but that's
Yeah, it's
usually
really
what that
the
decision-
illustrations and getting an illustrator and getting on their schedule and getting them and editing them and making them look good is a lot of work. And so to do that for 6 or 7 sets would be, like I said, 6 or 7 sets we're not working on.
I will chime in though and say that for something that we've already done, like say a Nova High map, that does have potential, and we're talking with Direwolf about things like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, in the purple shirt, you had a question?
When you get the license and you're negotiating and whatnot, do you have access to use that for other things such as Unmatched, or is it only locked to that board game that you're building?
Is this a question about Lord of the Rings? So you can. I mean, it's always a negotiation, and you can certainly seek a license for multiple products. I will tell you, for Lord of the Rings, it was a very unique situation. It's actually kind of a funny story, where we had actually put in a broader pitch to Middle Earth Enterprises. At the same time, Rob was over in Cannes and got approached by Asmodee. They said, hey, we want to redo Queen's Gambit as Lord of the Rings. We're like, wait a minute, we're already pitching that. So that was how we sort of ended up doing a team up with them, where they're doing the retail edition, we're doing the Mithril edition. So because of that, we couldn't sort of include anything else in it. I will say, having worked with them now, it is something that I would like to explore down the road, but we haven't even talked about it
And
yet.
my takeaway is I should go to France more often. So just,
Yeah.
I mean, just in general, it's a
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
I would think you should go to France.
In the front here?
This is not an unmatched question.
It's okay.
Whoa.
Those games that you restore, you resurrect and bring back, what criteria are you using to bring those
there's a few different criteria. Sometimes we do things that had TV commercials in the 80s and 90s, right? And that everyone like grew up and is at Gen Con now, and so there's a nostalgia. Sometimes it's a quieter game. Like Unmatched was Star Wars Epic Duels, a game I worked on in 2002, which didn't have like TV commercials and a big, at least I don't think it did, but it sort of had this continual slow buzz where people would keep talking to me about it at Gen Con long after it was over. So we want a game that either was big at its time or seemed to have a lot of legs. And sometimes we just pick something that interests us or feels like it fits in our line in a natural way or takes us to a place that we haven't done already. Like we're bringing back Downforce. We have 2 racing games. We are unlikely to do a third, right? That sort of thing. But there's a lot of different criteria.
There's an old Milton Bradley game called Tank Battle, which was a huge game, and we were playing it just last week, and we're all like, this needs a remake.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we've had opportunities to do some like Euro games, and it's like just sort of not what we do. There has to be something that's like a hook, some cool thing, which is why people still think it's cool even 30 years later. And that's always a good place for us to start. And then, we always said, is we find that cool thing, put a spotlight on it, turn it up to 11, and then build a modern game around it. And that's been a good formula for us. So, and then on top of that, there's always, there's rights issues. Like, is this something like, I've talked a billion times about how it'd be cool to bring back Glory to Rome. It's never going to happen. And I'm never a person to say never going to happen, but I'm telling you that one's never going to happen. So, stuff like that. Yeah.
Was there a question in the back? Yeah.
You kind of just started talking about it, but I'm fascinated by the restoration of old games, and you talked about some of the games you've restored. How does the process all work of tweaking the game and bringing it back and redesigning it and acquiring the IP and everything? I just want to hear more about that.
Sure. I mean, it's fun. Like, it's interesting. Every game is different because of the circumstances of the game and how it was made and who made it and who the designers are and what the publisher was and all that. So every game is unique. But we've gotten a lot more organized about it now. And we used to, back when we started, like, that sounds cool, let's do that. And now we have a little bit more of a plan. We have a whole concept doc that we do when we're interested in doing a game where we're like, who is it for? Who are we marketing it to? What kind of price point are we looking at?
How much art? How much plastics?
Yeah. And then
we made a game that was so unprofitable without asking these questions, but we ask them now.
But then, we start with the game design and making sure we can, because, sometimes we've had games that we've started on game design and just couldn't get to the finish line and stop there.
Yeah, we always naively, because you have to be naive to be a game designer, because when you think about how hard it's going to be, you wouldn't start. So we sit down, we go, this one will be easy. We're just going to do this. And then it's 2.5 years later and it's not done. And you're like, well, once again, that wasn't easy. What do you know?
Usually it's one of us will say, you know what, I really think this one actually going to be not that bad. And then the other rest of the team will be like, yes, it's usually me. And they'll be like, Justin, stop. So.
Yeah, Justin will be like, this one's going to be easy. I'm like, oh, you said easy. You cursed it. Yeah, I'm from New England. He's from sunny Florida. So we bring our dispositions with us. Yeah, we try to find the thing that people remember, and we try to make the game as good as you remember, because when we often play a game, we go, well, this isn't that fun. And people, no, when I was a kid, everyone seems to remember some highlights through this hazy, nostalgic filter. So we're like, okay, these are the highlights we're keeping. Let's change what we need to make it work around it. We always want to change as little as possible. And then we always end up changing like 10 times more than we thought we were at the beginning to make it a game for,
one of the things we like
2026.
to do when we're working on a game is like talk to people who like that game and who are like, why? What is it you remember? What's the thing you want to make sure that's in there? That's always great feedback for us. We've been working on Omega Virus for a while. That's not in the slide, but we are working on making progress. It's definitely moving forward. It'll be on a slide soon. I'm pretty confident.
But I remember with Thunder Road, and we asked people, and they say it needs to have choppers. And they're like, it does? And everyone would say that. And you have to be able to play with the rotor. It has to spin. And we're like, what if we made it without it? It's like, well, then you're doing it wrong. Like, it was like a really weird thing that multiple people said. And we're like, okay, well, that's what we're putting in, right? Like, I wouldn't have said, I'd be like, we don't really need to make it spin. And then I would have been wrong.
And, welcome, so Rob and Justin are gonna be at our booth frequently in the event space. You're welcome to stop by and just chat them up, and happy to answer more specific questions or anything like that. I will just chime in and add one more thing on the terms of the restoration. One of the things that I really admire about restoration, I wasn't with you from the beginning, but I've been with you for a while
Pretty
now.
close, yeah.
And one of the things I really respected and admired when I was learning about your process, exactly like you're asking, is that restoration really does try to do it right, in that Justin puts a lot of work into making sure that we're contacting original inventors or designers when they're available, and bring them on board and things like that. And with something like a King's Gambit, we've got Rob on the team, but I know that with a number of other properties, we're doing that reach out, we're paying those royalties and things like that, not just because we could do it, because there's no technical reason we have to. We do it because it's the right thing to do. And I really admire that about restoration from the beginning. That was one of your values, and I think that that's kind of awesome. Were there any other questions? We got 5 more minutes. Right up here.
My friend group, we play as many board games as we can, but our group is 5 to 6 usually.
Mhm.
And I notice most of your games are up to 4. Do you guys have games that go beyond, or have expansions that could push a game beyond the 4-player max?
Well, Thunder Road plays up to 5 or 6 if you really want to. It's a bit crazy, but you can do it. And I'm blanking. We have another one that plays. Downforce plays 5, right?
Downforce plays 6.
6.
6.
Downforce
Yeah,
plays up to
6.
6.
It's just 6 is a hard number. 6 is like the kiss of death for a game group.
Most games cap out at 4, but we almost always sit down with at least 5.
My game group's 5. I feel your
My
pain.
game group's 5 too, yeah, so I definitely understand that.
My game group's 3 or 4, so we're in a different sweet spot. But it's never that we say, fuck it, we're not doing 6. It's you just sit down and you go, oh, this starts to not work, right? Either it takes too long, there's too much downtime, you start to run into problems. There's friction at 5, and 6, unless you're really thinking about the beginning, just seems to be a dead zone. Once you get to 7 people in your game group, you split to a 4 and a 3, and then you have 2 tables. But 6 is that tough number.
I'll say this. The one thing that we wanted to announce that we couldn't announce plays up to 5 and maybe 6. But so that'll be later.
Noted.
It just depends how much chaos you
Yeah,
want.
if you're willing to do chaos and just between your turns, a lot of stuff happened. It's a lot of fun.
We play Great Space Race. That gets madness when we
Yeah.
get up there.
Did I see a hand up there, or are we wrapping up? Any other questions? One last chance. All right, amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. You can visit us at booth 1735. If you're media, you can reach out to me or Beth, who just stood up in the back and is headed to our ignition party right now. So you're welcome to reach out. Oh, one more question back there.
Who has a guess? Anybody have a guess? No.
No, we did get hit with
Key to the Kingdom.
Key to the Kingdom.
Yeah, it's a good game, but it was we didn't. This was before we sort of had the concept doc, right? And so we were just let's make a cool game, and let's get Andrew Bosley art, and let's put all this stuff in it, and nothing really aligned, right? So it's supposed to be a family weight game, but it's $60. It plays a little bit long for younger kids, even though younger kids should be into it. So
And the art is geared that way.
so it just was not as cohesive as we are now. We learn stuff with every game we make, and I think we're constantly getting better. We have a really good team. This is a wistful moment for 10th anniversary coming up, where I'm really proud with the stuff that we've accomplished and the team that we have now. It's an amazing team.
Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.